morning. You're watching NTV's Grow. I'm Marilyn Barnett. We have a lot for you here. First of all, the progress on the Farm Bill. We're going to get an update on that. Also, when it comes to animals at the state fair, you might just think they can't get any bigger. Well, they do in a way that you can't possibly imagine. Also, one woman uses her autism as a way to change the cattle industry. It's all here on the show. First, we're going to talk about that Farm Bill. Progress being made, but it won't be wrapped up until after the holidays.
It's really encouraging what we're seeing now. You know, we've seen the Senate Farm Bill proposal and the House Farm Bill proposal. We got it to conference, and the four principals are negotiating right now. They're coming up with the plan, and we see the finish line. And now we just need to cross the finish line and get this done with.
Somebody said the other day it's 700 and some days, but yeah, it's been a long time. And you know, I'm positive that we'll get something done. And we need to get something done. I'm just not sure if it'll be exactly what we want, but something will happen in the near future. I get more positives from the people I talk to all the time, so let's hope so.
John Wooster, president of the United States Cattlemen's Association, issued the following statement today regarding the ongoing Farm Bill conference negotiations. As Farm Bill talks continue, USCA commends the four leaders of the House and Senate Agriculture Committees for their efforts to move new farm policy forward. Meanwhile, the USCA opposes any attempt to derail the country of origin labeling or COOL program while the Farm Bill conference is going on. The USCA remains firm in its opposition to any amendment that would alter or repeal the COOL program. The USDA revised COOL regulations went into effect on November 23rd. Now, some say that the COOL program is a waste of time and money, while others say that it's a great marketing tool for U.S. beef. We have more on these topics, plus how you can weigh in on the issues later on here in the show. Meanwhile, when it comes to the EPA, some say it's a step backward for ethanol, and they are calling on farmers and ranchers to step up and speak out. Farmer Tim Shear of St. Paul says all of the work Nebraska has invested in ethanol is at risk after the EPA proposed lowering the amount of ethanol the nation needs to use by nearly 1.5 billion gallons.
It's not only a step backwards, but it's an uncertainty for those people that are in the market that want to continue to develop the ethanol market, that want to continue to develop our ethanol situation so that we're not dependent on foreign oil.
Nebraska Farm Bureau is strongly opposed to the proposal from the EPA. Farmers are asking all Nebraskans from the farm to Main Street to contact EPA. They're even telling farmers to do something they're maybe not accustomed to. Be vocal, even angry, and speak out. We might be sitting there hoping that prices rebound. Meanwhile, you're needing to store your grain. Well, the USDA can help you out a little bit. State Director of the Farm Service Agency reminds farmers about low-interest loans that help grain producers building new or upgrade storage and drying and handling equipment. Loans can be used for cribs, bins, and silos, along with electrical equipment and concrete necessary to put up a new grain bin. The max loan amount, $500,000. Contact your local FSA office for details. A new genetic condition could be impacting the leading breed of beef, and some say that it can cause deformity and even the loss of embryos, but researchers say it's nothing to panic about.
So one of the things that producers should remember is to stay calm. This is a condition that's very manageable. It affects a pretty small frequency of the animals in the population.
Researchers in Australia discovered the condition called developmental duplication. It's caused by a mutation in the genetic sequence of the animal and affects many popular Angus bloodlines. However, not all cattle are carriers of this genetic condition.
Our perspective over the last few years across the beef industry has changed about how to really manage these kinds of genetic defects in light of some of the new DNA technology that's available for us to use.
Weber's advice for purebred breeders is to do genetic testing on the animals. Even if cattle are diagnosed, the breeds can still be profitable. The cattle can be mated with other animals that do not have the condition. Across many Nebraska fields, you'll see livestock out on the stalks right now, and the Farm Bureau is wanting to even expand the livestock industry. Farm Bureau supports the Livestock Friendly County program. Over the years, many producers have focused on either crops or livestock. They like to see more diversity.
There's opportunities to create diversity that we haven't had for a long time, where we can have operations again that have both livestock and row crop and are able to withstand some of the challenges that the market can provide when we have high prices in one area or another.
Farm Bureau's top priorities for the year are tax reform and water policy. Environmentalists against genetically modified crops are unscientific and dangerous. This is according to The Economist. The respected British publication says GMOs pose no health risk. They do go on to say GMOs are one of the best things to happen on the planet. Economist argues organic farming uses too much land and GMOs are better because we can grow more on less ground. Enduring strength, that's the message from the nation's top farm co-ops, seeing $1 billion in sales, but also topsy-turvy markets, even internal fraud. CPI held its annual Ag Expo, honoring farmer members. The co-op again surpassed $1 billion in sales, but faced challenges along the way.
And with the strength of our balance sheet, we had some things this year with drought, huge inverse markets, some fraud that went on within our company. Again, because of our strength of our company, we endured and are coming out the other side stronger than ever.
We know the Nebraska State Fair likes to feature agriculture and livestock, and now they have an experience like none other. NTV's Grow co-host Steve White has more.
One-year competition includes whitewater rapids and donut burgers.
It's perfect.
A table littered in brochures just doesn't cut it.
People just walking by booths, picking up information, those days are gone.
The Nebraska State Fair is on a mission to be the most innovative in the nation while staying true to its roots on the farm and ranch.
We just want people to understand what part agriculture has in their lives.
This is our first glimpse into what's being called the Nebraska Agriculture Experience. It goes beyond the food we eat to the clothes we wear, even our homes where carpet is made from corn fibers and our furniture contains soy foam.
With the kind of technology, the kind of science, the kind of innovation that's in all areas of Nebraska agriculture. And this gives them a chance to do that.
It'll be a $5 million, 25,000 square foot interactive exhibit.
Museum quality facility that will tell the story of science and innovation.
Backed by the University of Nebraska and groups like the Corn Board, it'll be open more than the fair's 11-day annual run.
For school kids, or actually for anybody to come in and take a look at ways that agriculture affects us.
Planners say it's not a view of what farming was, but where it's going.
What's going on with GMOs? What's going on with DNA?
As the State Fair continues to dream up ways to bring the wow factor.
More projects than money, quite honestly, but that's fine. That's the way it should be.
Country of origin labeling or cool. We understand a little bit more about both sides of the issue. That's coming up next. Later on, your Grow Forecast. Stick around.